Looking to keep the pressure on the top four. A run of 5 successive Premiership wins came to a juddering halt at Liverpool on New Year's Day. It's since been held to a goalless draw by Manchester City. Middlesbrough, in contrast, have made a bright start to 2007. Wins over Sheffield United and Charlton, suggesting that they might be able to push for a top 10 finish after a rather indifferent opening half of the season.
Wouldn't take much, Tony. You know, they're lying 14th, but they're only 5 points behind 7th placed Everton. A couple of wins would move them into the top half. But they're not going to get it all their own way this afternoon. Terrific incentive for Bolton today. 3 points puts them in 4th position.
Bolton have won 5 away games already in the Premiership this season. Ivan Campo with the throw. So difficult for Middlesbrough to defend against that. And it fell for Nicholas Enkler, who couldn't get hold of the shot.
Well, it's not a bad chance. A man of his technique, you would think, would be doing better as you Lee Cattermole right in his face as he strikes it. Maybe one eye on the player charging the ball there. And they will have to do a little bit more in the last third than they did last week. Struggled to make a decent chance against Manchester City, and Sam Allardyce will be looking for a lot more today.
Nicholas Enkler, who's Bolton's top scorer in the Premiership this season, got 7 goals. Enkler, the French international who joined Bolton during the summer from Fenerbahce of Turkey. Previous Premiership experience, of course, with both Liverpool and Arsenal. Forward by Ben Aim. Looking there for Davis. And they needed a save from Schwarzer. Terrific stop to deny Gary Speed. A chance from nothing there for Bolton.
Yeah, he took it very early, Gary Speed. Decent strike. I think Schwarzer is always going to get across. He's not going to be beaten by it, but a difficult one for him, and he did the right thing. Got it wide, got it behind.
Middlesbrough started nervously. Speed now across to take the corner kick. Down and back to help his defence out. Five waits. Camp on the edge of the penalty area. Swept in again by Speed. Fisted away by Schwarzer. Here's Juve. Southgate said that he was delighted with his team showing in the FA Cup replay here against Hull City of the Championship on Tuesday. Excellent for the first hour, but the game finished 4-3, and Middlesbrough showing 1 or 2 defensive frailties already here against Bolton. Cattermole eager to get on with the game. And Cattermole, who scored for Middlesbrough last weekend at Charlton. Charlton were in front in that one. Taylor looking for Yakubu. Mate with a header clear. There's Baduka. Nolan's challenge.
First chance for Middlesbrough to put the ball in the box. Pogatetz has gone up. He'll leave Woodgate back, the quicker of the two.
Pogatetz has been joined by Xavier. And Xavier with a header which has come back off the post. And Middlesbrough have taken the lead. Abel Xavier will claim the goal. It's his first goal in the Premiership for almost 5 years, but it was a wicked deflection after it came back up the post, which took it beyond the reach of Jussi Jääskeläinen.
That's a terrific ball in from Stuart Downing. Just unusual to see Bolton lose the first header in their own box there. But look at the action that Downing gets in the ball. Plenty of pace on it. Xavier does well to win it. Oh, Gary Speed's so unlucky.
That has to go down as a Gary Speed own goal, even though Abel Xavier will try to claim it. But what a start for Middlesbrough. In front inside 5 minutes. Xavier, who was given a second chance by Middlesbrough after a 12-month ban for using a performance-enhancing drug, has a deal until the end of the season. He says he would like to stay with Middlesbrough. And what a lift that has given the home support in the Riverside. Bolton here with Ivan Campo providing the shield to their back four. Taylor with the throw. And by Downing. A fair corner kick.
That's clever, Stuart Downing. Did well to win that.
Far claiming that it should have been a goal kick. Xavier ready to make his move again. Speed is first to the ball. Here's Arca. Downing. He's away from Nolan. Xavier with the header. No doubt about that one. Abel Xavier has made it 2 now for Middlesbrough. A brilliant header, this one.
That's a wonderful header. It's also a terrific pick out from Stuart Downing, who, once he skips past Kevin Davis, gets the head up, and he can see Xavier's unmarked. He does ever so well to pick him out, but he still had it all to do. Downing in behind, terrific ball in again, plenty of pace on it, and what a good header. Well, Jääskeläinen could do very little about it, so much power on it, and it's just under the crossbar. Same two players. What a start for the home side.
And what a start for Abel Xavier. Yakubu, he hasn't had a look in yet, neither has Viduka. And the first goal will go down as an own goal to Gary Speed, even though Xavier was trying to claim it. No doubt at all about that second one. Fabulous header. Campo. Here's Juve. Sent towards Davis.
That's a very good ball into a really awkward area. One that Schwarzer will feel he should have taken. He's got to keep the door shut now for the next 5-10 minutes. Middlesbrough offer Bolton no encouragement at all to get back into this.
Flyweights. And by Speed. Welsh international's corner kick wasn't his best. Viduka. And by Catamo. Just a bit too hasty then to try and pick out Arca, who'd made a forward run for him. Deep in thought.
Well, they usually defend high balls into their own box so well, Bolton. That'll be the disappointing thing for Sam Allardyce. Terrific header from Xavier, who made that ball his own under pressure. And once he gets in behind, you see he's got the head up, he sees Xavier. Bolton will feel he should have got tighter there, and that header is simply unstoppable.
Cut him up. And Xavier. Left by Viduka. Boateng. Terrific pass to pick out Downing, who's been encouraged to take on Hunt yet again. And he's dug out there for Viduka. 5 now in his last 5 games for Middlesbrough. And another goal set up by Stuart Downing.
That's a variation from Downing this time, because Nicky Hunt's determined to show him the inside. And the only way he can knock the cross in is with the outside of his left foot. Drops it into a terrific area, nobody picking up Viduka getting round the back. And from a tight angle, he just cushions that into the near post. Terrific finish from Viduka, but once again, Stuart Downing, the provider. His 3rd cross into the box, and Middlesbrough are 3 up. Hunt determined to show him the inside track there, and what a good ball that is in.
Gareth Southgate knows that he needs to sit down at some stage in the next month or so with Mark Viduka to work out a new contract for him. Such a popular figure at the Riverside. That's his 5th goal in the Premiership this season. 3 more in the FA Cup. It's 5 now in his last 5 games. First season at the Riverside was a major disappointment because he had serious hamstring troubles. Subsequently had a toe injury as well, but now back to fitness and form. Davis. And Bolton have pulled the goal back through Kevin Nolan. Superbly struck. What a first half this is developing into. Less than 25 minutes gone, and it's now 3-1.
That's a very good finish as well there. Just controlled power here with the inside of his foot. I don't think Schwarzer can be blamed for that. We'll see here, it's just inside his left-hand post. It is indeed. Well, they win the first ball there from an Elka. Good set-up play from Kevin Davis. And that gives Bolton a glimmer of hope.
Yakuba. Catabol.
What a chance to hit it first time there, Tony. I don't know why he's looking for a touch. You're not going to get 2 touches in there too often. Sat up nicely for his right foot.
His speed. Yakuba. Just too hasty to get on with this game.
I think Campbell lucky he wasn't yellow carded there. He looked to deliver a handball. I think the fact that free kick was taken as quickly may have got him off the hook there. Alan Wiley quite happy to let the game go quickly.
Well, he's decided to award Bolton a free kick here. Initially, sense that he might have played the advantage. Benaim with the free kick. Just too long for Davis and for Nolan.
Oh, they put good squeeze on there at the back. Woodgate and Xavier either side of Davis there. He does so well to win that type of ball and help it on.
Sam Allardyce will be relieved that his team have now pulled a goal back. At 3-0, it looked impossible. At 3-1, who knows? Xavier. Touched on by Catamol, trying to get it beyond Benaim. Catamol has scored a splendid goal last Saturday when Middlesbrough won at Charlton, their first away win since April. Catamol was again on the score sheet. Success that they enjoyed at Manchester City. Manchester City, one of the teams that Bolton have beaten on their travels this season. There were always successes for Bolton, were at Aston Villa, at Blackburn, at Portsmouth, and also in the northeast at Newcastle. Left by Viduka. Here's Yakubu.
It's a terrific chance. Got to hit the target. But he was on his toes. He's anticipating that the ball is going to go through Viduka. Downing, I think, clearly trying to find Mark Viduka. But the weight was absolutely perfect here for Yakubu to get onto. And he should be hitting the target. Too quick here for Fight.
First season in management. He isn't doing too badly either, having taken over from Steve McLaren in the summer.
No, he knows there's a bit of work left in this game, though. A lot of football left in this game, Tony. And where Bolton had won before the break, it really would be game on. And at worst, Gareth Southgate will want a 2-goal lead at the interval.
Brilliantly done by Viduka. Yakubu! So close.
That's a great chance, and again he'll feel he should be hitting the target here. El Hadj Diouf, I think, is trying to make the challenge, but he's got time to pull the trigger. Doesn't have to break his stride, and he should at worst be working Jääskeläinen from that position. The weight of the ball from Viduka is terrific here, and he should be doing better.
Terrific partnership in attack for Middlesbrough with Mark Viduka alongside Yakubu. Down. Just changed the gear then to try and get away from Hunt, who did well to recover. Downing. Now Viduka. Harker well forward. Catamol provides the option wide on the right. Boateng. Here's Viduka. Now Downing. Angle is right for the cross, and there are three waiting.
Just a little bit too low, the ball in there from Stuart Downing. Got to do a bit more to stop that ball coming into the box, I feel, Bolton. Nicky Hunt's got to get tighter on Downing. Could also be doing a little bit more to choke off the supply to him as well.
Woodgate with the interception, and Woodgate now to bring the ball forward. He's away from Campo, and he's got the crossing.
What a good ball in it was as well. If either of the two strikers, and I think it's Viduka who's back post, if he makes a run to the front post, he's scoring here. Super ball in from the centre-back. Nobody getting a crossfire there.
Jonathan Woodgate, who's had so many problems with injury, particularly a hamstring problem which spoiled his time with Real Madrid. Now back to full fitness and doing a good job this season for Middlesbrough. There's another ex-Real Madrid man, Ivan Campo. Barker. Now Boateng. Catamol. There's another handball there by Ivan Campo.
Well, he got away with the first one, should have been booked for the first one. I think he's getting away with this one as well. No, he's not.
This is a yellow card for Ivan Campo.
doesn't get any more obvious than that. Only 3 yards from the referee as well.
It's giving Middlesbrough another opportunity to get Abel Xavier forward. Parker with the free kick. Out by Camper. This time with his head. Parker again. Jaskalainen is under a bit of pressure there, and Jaskalainen makes a terrific save, and he is so angry with Alan Wiley.
I just wondered if Yakubu was offside as the ball was knocked over the top there. Flag stayed down. I wonder if he was on. Either way, it was a good chance.
Well, it is from one end to the other at the moment. Bolton now have a corner. Swept in by Juve. Benaim. Here's Anelka.
Oh, another chance for Middlesbrough at the other end there. Well, he's onside. It's Nicky Hunt who's trying to get out of the far side but doesn't, and the assistant was correct there. Jaskalainen under real pressure and did well to get out very quickly to deny Viduka.
On by Davis. Anelka. Here's Hunt. Camper. Benaim. Xavier's firm challenge on Elhad Diouf. Meite. Wata. Got that ahead of Campo. Here's Downing. He's had a go. Oh, what a goal! What a brilliant goal by Stuart Downing. Set up the first three, scored the fourth.
Oh, what an afternoon he's having. I think if you're Bolton and you see Stuart Downing on his right side, you say, go on, hit it. You're not going to score. Again, they show him the inside track. Nobody goes out to squeeze the ball. Very little backlift, and that's terrific power with his right foot. Nicky Hunt again says, on you go, inside into traffic. He gets his head up. Bang, what a finish. And what a game Stuart Downing's having. Didn't have too many options but to put it in the net.
Only Stuart Downing's second goal of the season. He scored Boro's first of the season when they lost at Reading on the opening weekend. Here's Diouf. Speed shot is deflected. And what a chance that was. Kevin Davis dragging the shot wide.
Oh, terrific chance to get Bolton right back into it. And they may live to regret that. Diouf did so well to get away from Xavier. But as it breaks to Kevin Davis, he's got plenty of time to adjust his feet, and he has to hit the target at Worcester. Looks a missed hit shot there from Gary Speed, but Davis has to hit the target.
Camper. There's Benaim. Camper's found Anelka.
Surprised to see the free kick given, certainly the soft variety. A chance for Bolton to put the ball in the box here late in this first half. Not a great deal on that for me. We really have to see this out. Don't want to give Bolton any late encouragement here.
3 extra minutes at the end of the first half, and those 3 minutes are now up. Speed with a free kick. Parker and Downing to clear the danger, and how fitting that Stuart Downing should have the final touch of the first half. A first half that he has dominated. Scored a cracking goal, Middlesbrough's fourth, set up the first 3 as well. Abel Xavier will try and claim 2 of them. No doubts about the second, but the first goal, definitely an own goal by Gary Speed. And in between it all, another effort from Mark Viduka. Bolton given a bit of hope when they brought it back to 3-1 through Kevin Nolan. But it's been all Middlesbrough at the Riverside. And at half-time, it's Middlesbrough 4, Bolton Wanderers 1.
Grand Slam.
So a substitution by Bolton Wanderers at the start of the second half. Mickey Hunt, who was given such a torrid time by Stuart Downing, has gone off. He's been replaced by Ricardo Gardner, the Jamaican international, who recovered from injury back in December. He will play at left back here. It's a swap really at the back for Bolton. Tal Ben Haim has switched to right back to look after Downing. Difficult first half of the season for Gareth Southgate, but things starting to click now for Middlesbrough. Here's Yakubu!
Wonderful play between the 2 strikers. The set-up back heel from Viduka out the very top draw here. Knows exactly where his striking partner is running into. What a set-up that is. And again, Yakubu has looked out of sorts any time he's had that type of chance today. Can't work the goalkeeper.
Here's Taylor. Terrible pass that by Campo, which put Mate under pressure. And slipped there by Yakubu. Maybe there's something about that area of the pitch. So Emmanuel Pogatetz in the first half glare down at what was a divot, which he said had taken the ball out of play.
Well, could be a booking here for Kevin Nolan. Not surprised at all. I can't have any complaints about that. He's always second favourite when the ball's in the corner, and that's just a sign of frustration. Pogatetz, always favourite here.
Yellow card then for Kevin Nolan, the Bolton skipper. Even Campo also cautioned. And El Hadj Diouf has just been sent off. El Hadj Diouf speaking out of turn, and as Mark Schwarzer was poised to take that free kick, following the yellow card for Kevin Nolan, El Hadj Diouf has been shown a red card.
That's a point we made earlier on in the game, Tony. At times he's just got to keep his mouth shut and get himself out of that type of situation. And whatever he said, he is totally needless. Any chance that Bolton had of getting back into this game have gone now, surely.
We don't need to be a reader to see that El Hadj Diouf spoke out of turn to Alan Wiley there, and the referee decided to send him off. Bolton trailing by 4-1, and now down to 10 men. El Hadj Diouf red carded. Well, Southgate has already strengthened his squad during this January transfer window. There's South Korea's Lee Dong-guk. Missed the World Cup. He was injured just before the tournament began last summer, but he's got a terrific goal-scoring record. 67 appearances for his country and 22 goals. Gareth Southgate said he wanted to bring in a couple of new faces during the January transfer window to try and freshen things up. Bolton already been frustrated in their attempts to strengthen, with David Dunn deciding to join Blackburn Rovers after Bolton had agreed a fee with Birmingham City. Search goes on for Sam Allardyce. Campbell has Davis and Fye to aim at. Cleared by Arca. And that was a reckless challenge by Kevin Davis. Horrible challenge on Julio Arca.
Doesn't matter what colour the card is here, Tony. You can see it coming. Well, it was certainly late, that's for sure. Julio Arca knew this was coming, knew he was going to take a sore one. Well, to be fair to Kevin Davis, you know, he's not leading with the studs here. That his foot is reasonably low as he comes in, but it's still late and it's still reckless.
Kevin Davis, who was in trouble earlier in the season, he was sent off for an elbow on Amadou Faye in the 2-0 defeat to Charlton way back in August. Served a 3-game suspension, but he'd also suffered a depressed fracture of the cheekbone before his red card. Yellow there for Kevin Davis. Yakubu left the ball behind. Mark was poised to come back on for Middlesbrough here. On the ball. And Nolan is now wrestling with Julio Arca. Bolton have already taken the free kick. And Arca takes a mighty swing at that.
Well, now and again they do go into the top corner, but even with Nicholas Anelka, it's asking a lot to score from that type of range. He's had very little to work with today. They haven't managed to get him one-on-one. I think Sam Allardyce knows this is gone now. And the chance to move into 4th place is gone along with it.
So Middlesbrough's 10-goal Premiership top scorer Yakubu is going off. Yakubu. On comes Malcolm Christie. Christie has had so many problems with injury in the past 2 or 3 years. Previously with Derby County, actually scored in 2 Premiership wins that Derby enjoyed over Bolton Wanderers. Striking out his 5th season with Middlesbrough. Vazte, into the back heel there to find Anelka. Bolton stepping in ahead of Nolan. Benaim. Gardner to dispossess Christie. Viduka. Come off Benaim. It's come out to Downing. It's a lovely ball in as well.
No real support there for Viduka, just needed a run up. Nobody getting themselves into the box. Another good ball in from Stuart Downing.
Cattermole. It's a strong run by Cattermole. It's a fifth for Middlesbrough, and it's a second for Mark Viduka.
That's terrific set-up play from Cattermole on the right-hand side. Good body strength. And he just bullies Ricardo Gardner out of this. Gardner well positioned here, but look how well Cattermole does to get in behind. Viduka just holds his position, and a one-touch finish is enough. But the set-up play from the wide areas all day for Middlesbrough has been first class. Strikers can't really ask for much better service than this. Once he's in behind, head up, you can see Viduka. Go on, help yourself.
2 goals then for Mark Viduka, 5 now for Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough's biggest win over Bolton Wanderers was at the old Ayrson Parkway back in 1948. It was a 5-0 win then. The supporters will settle for 5-1 certainly. Camper. There's Vazte. Andranik. Now Gardner. Made some room for himself. Brief run out at the Valley last weekend when Middlesbrough's form improved again with the first away win of the season. First away win of the Premiership season. And Elkin. There's Camper. Elker again. Benaid. Misdirected clearance by Xavier.
Nobody coming in behind, but he wasn't to know that. No damage done by getting it behind. Good afternoon he's had as well, Xavier.
There's Xavier, whose header was deflected in by Gary Speed. Bolton behind after 5 minutes. Gardner, great save as well by Schwarzer. Managed to get plenty of height on that as he managed to get his palms behind the ball.
It's a terrific strike from Ricardo Gardner, wonderful technique. So much pace in the ball as it comes towards him, and he takes it on the half volley and caught it absolutely flush. This is anything but easy here. Terrific strike. Schwarzer did well to get his hands up quickly.
Also keeping alert to the very end. And that is the end. Stuart Downing in magnificent form, particularly in the first half for Middlesbrough. Set up their first 3 goals, scored the 4th himself with his less favoured right foot just before the interval. 2 goals as well for Mark Viduka. A first in the Premiership for almost 5 years for Abel Xavier, who's doing his best to claim Middlesbrough's first goal, although it will go down as an own goal by Gary Speed. It's been a miserable afternoon for Bolton Wanderers, who were reduced to 10 men in the second half as well when El Hadj Diouf was sent off. The 4th time he's been dismissed in his English career for speaking out of turn, foul and abusive language to Alan Wiley, the referee. Bolton with scant consolation when they pulled the goal back at 3-1 through Kevin Nolan. It's been Middlesbrough's day. Their biggest home win over Bolton since October 1948. Then it was 5-0. This afternoon at the Riverside, it's finished Middlesbrough 5, Bolton Wanderers 1. Well, Sam, another disappointing day at the Riverside. There's something about you and Middlesbrough, it seems.
Yeah, it's finally the #1 bogey ground for Bolton Wanderers, without any question of a doubt now. I think last year we got back to 3-3, going 3-1 down, and then lost in the last minute 4-3. The year before that we lost a goal, 1-0 lead in the 92nd minute, got Bruno Ngotti sent off. Today we've had everything go in the back of the net in the first 15 minutes in the final third from Middlesbrough, which get the great platform for us never to really come back from and never look like it. So a terrific front three today. I thought we didn't cope with down in Yakubu and Viduka. That's the difference, the massive difference between both sides today. And that's give them a very comfortable victory.
Gareth, it's been a fantastic start to the new year for you.
Yeah, really pleased. 3 league wins on the bounce, and to play the way that we are at the moment is really enjoyable to watch. There's a belief about the team and a togetherness about the team, and to be able to play that way against a side as tough as Bolton are was really pleasing.
A real boost to get 2 goals inside the first 10 minutes as well.
Yeah, well, you know, we're starting games a lot better than we have been, and when we play at a tempo like we did, then we're a real threat. We still had plenty of defending to do because Bolton do create lots of chances, but it was the perfect start for us. But I was even more pleased that we kept that going, and that the second half, when we could have taken our foot off the pedal, we won the second half as well. So a really enjoyable day for us.
From my point of view, just to apologise to the few fans that travelled here today and came up the motorway and spent their hard-earned money, because we didn't give them any value for money at all.
I'm so sure many supporters will be saying, what's the difference? Why can a team that was 17th, 18th just a week before Christmas can now be in such a good position and pushing up the table?
Belief and just positive. The players, we spoke just after Christmas about wanting to attack, and it was something that the players wanted to do. It was something that all of us as a staff wanted us to do. It was certainly something that the fans wanted us to do, and for some reason we were playing with a bit of inhibition. So we've found a little bit of form, and we've got to ride the wave at the moment.
Some terrific individual performances, particularly Stuart Downing, who set up the first 3 and then scored the 4th with his right foot.
Yeah, he had a fantastic afternoon, and I'm delighted for him. I think that'll do him the world of good. I think sometimes he doesn't realise what a good player he is, and the goal that he scored was terrific, but a couple of the crosses he put in were superb as well. So special day for him, and big performance, and I know we'll get more and more of those from him.
Well, the manager's been very complimentary of you. He says he sometimes thinks that you don't realise how good you could be.
Yeah, he says that to me a lot, but like I said, he gives you great confidence. The manager stores confidence into players, and today was no different. He said to us, look, go out and play. Bolton are a good team, but we're at home, let's attack them. And I could tell by his thoughts that he knew we could hurt them today, and like I say, it proved we more or less battered them.
So happy days on Teesside. Boro up to 11th after their biggest win for the best part